Hi guys, I'm back with a brand new series called Fallen John. It's a rebuild series where we take a team that's fallen off in the past few years and take them back to glory days. We're going to start with Nottingham Forest that are in the Premier League, and actually at this moment in time in the Premier League, they're doing really well. But when you look at their history in the past, they've won 2 Champions Leagues, 1979, 1980. They won a Premier League, it wasn't called the Premier League, in 1978. 2 FA Cups, a Super Cup, and 4 Carabao Cups. And I'm going to take them back to winning something again, playing in Europe, and hopefully maybe picking up the Premier League. In 5 years, going to give myself 5 years picking up a major trophy. If we look at the squad, we've got a very good squad here. I mean, our 2 best players are on loan, Moreno and Ward-Prowse. So that is a bit of a worry. But other than that, they've got some good defence, some good defensive midfielders. We got Morgan Gibbs-White. We've got Hudson-Odoi, I really like. Awemi, he's up front, he's a good striker. I like him as well. So I feel we've got a good squad, definitely finishing above top 10 easily in the first season. They are season preview to finish 17th, which is crazy with this team. But I feel we can do something special in the first season. I hope we can. Anyway, let me sort out a tactic and then we will talk through things. Here's my team for season 1. It's a 4-2-3-1. I think it's my go-to at the moment in time. I think with the players that we have here, it is the right formation to go for. I was going to play 2 defensive ones, but I wanted Ward-Prowse in the team, so I stuck him up a little bit further forward. Gibbs-White is going to be the attacking midfielder behind Awemi, and then we've got Elanga and Hudson-Odoi on the left and right. I think that's going to be really good. The wing backs have got so much pace. Moreno is 17 pace, 16 acceleration. And the right back has got 17 acceleration and 17 pace. So we've got a lot of pace down the left and right hand side. So I'm interested to see how we get on. I'm going to go for a positive because I feel this team is a good team. So I feel like we're going to do something this first season. Fingers crossed. I hope we can. Yeah, I think that's great. Finances wise, there's nothing. 1.4 million on the wage budget and we're right on the button. So we've got nothing there. So this is it. This is a team I'm going to put out. See how we get on season 1 and hopefully, like I said, we can do something special. And I think we have done something special after season 1 because we finished in 4th place in the league. We're going to be playing Champions League football next season with 71 points. We're only 10 points away from Liverpool. 81 points. It's a bit of a low points tally. So we missed out on there. 4 more wins and that would have been it. 71 points. I'm so pleased. We've done fantastic. 1 year, you can see here, 20 goals in the Premier League. Done very well. Got knocked out in the 5th round of the FA Cup against Chelsea and got knocked out in the quarterfinal of the Carabao Cup against Man City. But this is only season 1. The team's going to get better and better, and we will challenge for the FA Cup, Carabao Cup, and for the Premier League and Champions League. I hope we can. Like I say, this is a rebuild, 5-year rebuild. If we take a look at the squad now, if we go start by the goalkeeper, Sal's the goalkeeper. He's okay, but he's 33 years of age. He's had a fairly good season. But I think this could be it for him. I think we could sell him maybe, or he could be the backup. Try and bring someone else in. Like I say, he's 33 years of age. If I look at his history here, he's been 59 from 38 appearances. It's only his first season in the Premier League, so maybe I should give him 1 more season. And we also do have Matt Turner, that's out on loan, who doesn't look very good. He's got a good value in him, 20-25 million, but he's on loan at Crystal Palace. And he only conceded 40 goals in the Premier League. So maybe he's a little bit better. But when I look at him, I don't think he is. He's 30 years of age. So I think if we can get anywhere near 20-25 million, it's more likely to be about 5 for Matt Turner. We will mostly sell him on. If I go by contract expiries, because some big names leaving at the end of the season. Chris Wood being one of them. He didn't really play this season. He's 33 years of age. We've got 4 more years to go now. 37, I just don't think he's going to be good enough, even though in real life, we all know he's smashed them in at the moment. He's played 7 times as a sub. He scored 2 goals, which is not bad at all. But he's on £80,000 a week, so we're going to free up some wages there. Really sad to see Ward-Prowse go. Tofello, left back, he was also run out of contract. He's 29 years of age, didn't really play too much, and he's on 35 grand a week, so here we go as well. Willy Bolly, he didn't play a single game this season. He's 34 years of age, and I'm going to let him go on a free as well, and he's on 50k a week. So that will free up a lot more wages. If we look at the finances for next season, I've got 46 million to spend and a wage budget of 1.5 million, which is phenomenal. If we go back to the squad, just to show you the best players this season. So the best performer was Ward-Prowse with 7.18. Top goal scorer was Mwembe. We saw this earlier with 23 goals in all competition, which is good. Gibbs White got 12 goals. Ward-Prowse, who I think I'm really going to miss him, with 12 goals. And the assists were coming from Ward-Prowse as well, 14. Like I said, I'm really going to miss him. Necker Williams with 11. Moreno, the left back, of 8 as well. So I'm going to miss him as well. So we need a new left back, someone to replace Ward-Prowse in central midfield. Gibbs White also with 7 assists. Elanga with 6 assists. All in all, it's been a good season. Next season, though, what will we bring? We've got to build on this now. Good season 1, season 2, hopefully we can get better. So it's the start of season 2 and the transfer window shut. So let's run over the players that I sold for the start of season 2. So Ryan Yates has gone out. He is a very, very good player, but for the money, and I just thought I had better players as well. For 18.25 million, he's gone to Saudi Arabia. And the next player I sold was Jota Silva, and he's going to be joining Yates in Saudi Arabia for the same club. Not a bad price, 14 million. We actually made some profit on him. He had a good season last season, 8 goals, 4 assists, 6.83, but we got better players coming in. I also sold Matt Turner. He's gone to Mexico for a good price as well, 11.5 million. Again, we made a little bit of profit on him. And another player out is Josh Bell. That was out on loan last season. He's okay, but not good enough for the standard we need. He's gone for 4.9 million to Sheffield United. And I sold Dennis to Granada for 4.2 million. Even though he's got a lot of pace and acceleration, that's all he has got. And we've got some really good wingers. So 4.2 million. This one is quite a bit of a loss. Another player out, they're all going out, is Stamanik for 7.5 million. He's gone to Burnley. Another player that didn't play last season was out on loan, so 7.5 million, all to have a nice little spend up. And our final player out was Carlos Miguel. He was fair choice goalkeeper at the time. Matt Turner's gone now, so he was back up. He didn't go for a lot of money. We took a bit of a loss in this one. To be fair, I didn't pay 3.4 million for him, Nottingham Forest did, but I sold him for 190k. Now let's talk about the players in. Dominic Solanke. It wasn't someone that I was really after, but he's a good player. He's a good striker. He's just like Awemi. He's tall, he's strong, he's a little bit pacey, 14 and 14. But he was a really good price from Tottenham, 8 million. He was transfer listed. He's got 2 goals already from 4 appearances. Considering they paid 55 million for him, we got him for a bargain price. Also in it is Leon Bailey. I didn't really have anyone that was naturally left-footed on the right-hand side, so I brought Leon Bailey in on the right-hand side. He cost me 15 million. Which I didn't think was a bad price considering Villa paid 30 million for him. He's played 4 games so far this season and scored 2 goals. So he's hit the ground running. And the next player I bring was Bona Sosa, a left back. I really needed one as Moreno went back to Villa. He's a very good left back. I wish he had a bit more acceleration or pace. I do like a bit of a pace down the left and right hand side. But he was a good price. He's 27 years old. He cost me 6.75 million. He's played 3 times so far this season. Got 1 assist, but not the best average rating. And then I bring in a player with some potential. The scouts were saying he's a 5-star potential player. It's dropped off a bit now. It's Stanos Pedrola from Barcelona. When it said he was from Barcelona, 5-star potential. I don't think I've ever heard of him before. I've not seen him that much about him. He's 22 years of age. He cost me a pretty penny, 12.5 million. He was transfer listed. Played 3 times so far this season. He's not scored a goal. He got 1 assist to his name and an average rating of a 7.07. And the next player in, we needed a goalkeeper. I nearly bought Ramsdale, but Ramsdale was going to cost me about 14 million from Southampton, who got relegated. But we brought in Marcin Bolka. He's Polish. He wasn't a bad price. He was cheaper than 30 to 40 million like Ramsdale was going to cost me. He cost me 17.5 million. He's played 4 times, conceded 3 goals. And I think that's a good start. And the next player I brought in to play in the Ward-Prowse position, now he's gone back to West Ham, is Renato Sanchez, who seems to be going about the game for so long, but he's only 28 years of age. So, and he's in the game, he's absolutely quality. He wasn't bad price at all. He's very cheap, 4.1 million from PSG. Yeah, so that really was a no-brainer. That was a cheap player. And when I go over and select our best 11, this is what it looks like now. I am a bit disappointed Hudson-Odoi or Elanga can't get in. Bailey, Pedrola on the left, It is good. Sosa, Williams, Solanke up front. I am not too sure about Dominic Solanke. I really want to lock in Wemby. So because he had such a great season last season, scoring 20 goals from 34 appearances, I might lock him in to play up front rather than Dominic Solanke to play. Scored 2 goals from 4 appearances. But Wemby, he just scored 20 goals last season. I can't be disappointed with him. We look at the schedule. We've had a great start. Burnley, we beat them 2-1. Played Arsenal, beat them 2-1. Williams and Bailey on the score sheet there. Brentford beat them 2-0 away. Dominic Solanke did score. Anderson. Then we beat Aston Villa at home 3-1. Gibson White, Bailey and Dominic Solanke again with a goal. I'm struggling. I really want to play Wemby. I don't know what I'm going to do. I might go to January, leaving it with Dominic Solanke or letting them choose who's going to play. And then if I'm not happy, I might put in a Wemby for the second half of the season. We will find out anyway at the end of the season. That's it. Those seem to be some really good transfers. We started off fantastic. We are second in the league. Can this season be a special season? First season in, finishing 4th in the league. I think that was special. Second season, what can we do? Well, it's another 4th place finish in the league, 68 points. I'm a little bit disappointed because that start, we were 2nd place in the league, unbeaten. We're still a fair few points away from Liverpool, but we will catch them. We will fight them for this Premier League title. We will be 5 seasons. 2nd season in, another 4th place finish. That means Champions League football again next season. In the Champions League this season, though, we did get knocked out in the knockout round against Lazio, losing 5-4 in aggregate. But when you check out the second leg, 1 shot, 1 on target, they scored 2-1. I'm a bit disappointed with that as well, really, because I feel we could have beaten them. Very disappointed. We take a look at the league phase. We played 8, finishing 10th place in the league. We won 4. Porto, Partizan, Bayer Leverkusen, Slava Prague. Good results there. 2 draws, Lazio and PSG, and 2 losses as well. 1 against Inter. So 10th place in our Champions League first visit. We're nearly through to the top 8. So that is not bad at all. We take a look at the FA Cup. We got knocked out against Chelsea in the 4th round here, 3-2. Was at Stamford Bridge. I would say it's close. It's not really, but we're in it. We're in the mix. So that wasn't too bad at all. Then in the Carabao Cup, we only went on to win this, being Arsenal in the final, picking up our first trophy for this 5-year rebuild. Elanga on the score sheet, and Wemby scored on the 94th minute to make it 2-1. It's over and done with. No, they scored on the 96th minute in 6 minutes of injury time. Unbelievable to make it 2-2 to go to penalties. We see who missed for them. Kai Havertz and Shevchenko missed for them. And who missed for us? Morello missed for us as well. So they missed 2. We only missed the 1. Winning on penalties 4-3, which is great. Picking up, like I said, our first trophy. Not bad at all. 68 points. A little bit less than last year. I think last year was 71 points. Finances, I've got 55 million to spend. Got a little bit of wage budget as well. Not much to spare with as well. So that's a lot of money. What do I need? Because this year, the players have been fantastic. If we look at our best performer, Leon Bailey, been absolutely amazing. 17 goals, 14 assists. Pedrola, it was great as well. 10 goals, 6 assists. They're the best performers with a 7.16 and a 7.12. If we look at assists, they're coming from Bailey. Gibbs White as well, doing very well, 13. Neco Williams, the right back, 13. And Sosa, our new left back, with 11. So the left and right hand side are still doing really well, contributing to the assists. So what do I really need? Goals wise, we got Dominic Solanke with 21 goals, Wemby with 18. I mixed up a little bit. I let them chose Dominic Solanke, and then in January I went with Wemby, and then after that, a few months, I just let them fight it out who was going to play. And I think both of them deserve to play. They're both as good as each other. I mean, 21 goals to 18, the same really. So we've got 2 really good strikers, not quite pacey that I would like normally, but I think they're good enough for us to win this Premier League. We just need a few more positions, each position. I think if I take a look at picking the best 11, let's have a look. So this is our best 11. Gibbs White, I do really like him, but I'm not too sure if there's someone else out there that's better than him. Sanchez again in central midfield. This role was only for Ward-Prowse. So I don't know whether to drop it back here or just to leave it as it is. Complete wing backs. I might need another left back. Even though Sosa done really well, I'm still not convinced. I mean, he's not in the best 11, so I'm still not convinced that really we're a bit weak over on the left-hand side. And Neco Williams just keeps on doing really well. I feel like, I don't know, and maybe another central defender. I've not even talked about the central defender. Murato and Milinkovic, they're doing really well. It's hard to really replace them because they're not doing anything wrong, but there's got to be better out there, I think. We will see. And Bolka, the Polish goalkeeper, done very well this first season. So that's it. Got a lot of money to spend. Let's see how season 3 starts. Well, it starts with me selling our first player of the season, and it is Sales. He's now our backup keeper because Bolka's the #1. He's no longer needed. He's 34 years of age. I sold him to Middlesbrough, who recently just got promoted from the Championship to the Premier League. So he's played some Premier League games again. He's back in there at 1.9 million as well. So a bit of a loss to what Nottingham Forest paid for him, 7 million. He's played 3 times and he conceded 10 goals. Yeah. And the next player I sold was Elliot Anderson. I just couldn't find out what his best position was. I mean, got Gibbs White in attacking midfield, so I don't really, he's not going to play there. He's not going to play on the left-hand side either. And even though he cost Nottingham Forest a lot of money, 35.5 million from Newcastle, I could only get 16.25 million from Wolfsburg. But I thought that was a good price considering he's not really played too much for us. I mean, he's played 21 times, 2 goals. Most of them was as a sub. 2 goals, 2 assists, a 6.79. He's not had the great season with us. And the next player I sold was Lewis O'Brien. He was out on loan at Wolves, and now they've made it permanent with a 7.25 sale here. So more money for us for the transfer budget. And the next player I sold was Sosa, plays on the left and right hand side. And actually, he's been very, very good for us for the last 2 seasons. But when a 28 million offer comes in, it was too good to turn down. And the next player out was David Carmo for 6 million, another backup defender, no longer needed. And then I sold a player for a lot of money. Dominguez went for 28 million. He's going to be playing in Saudi Arabia. He is a very, very good player. Had a good season last season, not too bad. 26 times. He didn't really start most of the games. He was a sub. We got some really good defensive midfielders here. And 28 million is a good price. And then I sold, and this one might be a mistake, Anthony Alanga. I sold him. I didn't know whether to keep him or not. I mean, he's got some great pace and acceleration. When you look at him, his mentals and technicals aren't the best, but he's had a good season with us. Last 2 years has not been too bad. 7 goals, 2 assists, a 7.02. £20 million offer though from Hoffenheim. And there's some other wingers that I like the look of. And then we get to some crazy transfers because Renato Sanchez, I ain't just brung him in. I think it was like 4.1 million. He's also gone to Saudi Arabia. Al Ahly, 36.5 million, but it could raise to 45 million. We paid 4.1 million for him, and then we sold him for a lot of profit. And then sadly, Leon Bailey's left the club. I didn't want to sell him. No way. He was our best player last season. He was a great signing. The fact was, Al Ahly come in for an offer for him. I rejected it, but he was unhappy about it. I don't know why he wants to go there. Maybe for the money. He's on 550k a week. Maybe it is for the money. I rejected it, but I just couldn't make him happy. And then we said we agreed on a price if they came back for, and it was 53 million, and they did come back with 53 million. So he's gone to Al Ahly, which is really disappointing because, like I said, last season he was our best player. 13 goals, 11 assists, a 7.19. He had a fantastic season, and I'm just so disappointed. So now I need to cheer myself up with some transfers in because that Leon Bailey one really upset me. So we got Nuno Tavares, very good left back, former Arsenal man. Cost me a pretty penny, 19 million, but he's had a great start. 3 starts, 3 assists with a 7.73. 19 million, former Arsenal man, not bad. He knows the Premier League a little bit. And the next player I brought was Andrea Carboni, trying to compete with our 2 centre-backs, because at this moment in time, they've got it easy. They are the #1s, but I think he will really compete with them. He's a very good central defender. He's left-footed as well, so he can play on the left of the back 2. We look where he come from. He come from Atalanta. He cost me 18 million. They've doubled their money because last season only cost him 9 million. And he's had a good start. He's played 3 times with an average rating of a 7.03. Next player in is Caprile, the player as a backup keeper for Bolka. Now Sales has gone. I needed a really good backup keeper. and he came in. He was a free transfer as well, and he looks very good. Like I say, he's going to be back up. Bit of value in him already as well. So free transfer, but he was formerly at Napoli, and he played 10 times last season, only conceded 7 goals. So he's a good backup keeper. Then the next player in is a FM fan favourite, is Weston McKenna. He's still knocking about. He's 28 years of age. He's just an absolute awesome central midfielder. So he's going to be a fantastic signing for us. He cost me 20.5 million from PSG. Was been out on loan to Everton last season in the Premier League. Didn't have a good season, but hopefully for us, he'll do a lot better. He is struggling to get into the team, but we do have a good squad here. And then the next player in, Gibbs White, is going to be very worried now because we've got Simone Profonde. He's awesome. He's 20 years of age. He's got some really, really good potential. He looks fantastic. The player is an attacking midfielder. So like I said, Gibbs White is very, very worried now. He cost me 15 million as well, which I think is a good price. Hasn't had the best start. Played 2 games, 6.70, but it's early on. And then next player in, maybe it's a bit controversial because Modric's not really done it for Chelsea or in the Premier League really. But in FM, he looks absolutely awesome. He's got some good acceleration, agility, pace, determination, flair. His technicals and Mendel's aren't too bad all. On the left-hand side, I think it's going to be some good competition. So I think it's a good transfer for us. He did cost me 21.5 million, and he's played 2 times and scored 2 goals and 1 assist and a 7.85. So I think that is a really good transfer. Next up in the club is our replacement for Leon Bailey. I've brought 2 players in to replace Leon Bailey. Johan Bakayoko. He's got some great pace, acceleration. He looks great. He's left-footed on the right-hand side, the cut inside. His favourite position is a winger support, but he is going to be playing as an inside forward. I think he's going to be decent, but I've got someone else coming in as well. He's injured at the moment. He's not played a single game for us. He's cost 17.25 million. From Arsenal, only bought him last season for 16.25. He played 11 times in the Premier League. He got 1 goal, a 6.68. And that was enough for Arsenal to sell him to us for 17.25 million. Trying to find a Leon Bailey replacement is hard. And the other player I brung in to replace Leon Bailey, so we've got 2 now, a Bakayoko, and we got Mateus Sol. He's Argentina. He can play on the right-hand side. He does want to play as a winger, but he's really good inside forward because he's left-footed, cutting inside. He'd be fantastic. He can also play as an attacking midfielder, so Gibbs White's got more competition. He's got some great agility as well. Didn't cost too much money as well, 17 million. Considering we got 53 million for Leon Bailey, I've got a lot of money to spend. He's not played a single game this season so far. Last season, not too bad. 4 times, 1 goal, 2 assists, 7.20. Don't really know why Roma wanted to sell him, but I'm happy to pick him up. And then I bring in Frank Kessie, a Mega Luke's dad favourite player. It's a free transfer. I mean, let's just look at him. He's 29 years of age. I know he's a little bit older, but we've only got 3 more seasons to go. He'll last out that. He looks absolutely awesome. I tried to get him in beforehand, but he wanted like £200,000 a week. But we finally got him in for £92,000 a week, which is a lot for us. But free transfer, it's just a no-brainer. And then the last player I bring in, I felt I was a little bit light in central midfield, so I bring in Matteo Prati. Not bad. He looks good. I don't think he's Ward-Prowse good, but he looks good. And he cost me 15.25 million. He's only just come in, so he's not had any time to play any games. And after those transfers, we kicked life off in the Premier League with a 1-0 loss against Bournemouth at the Vitality Stadium. A disappointing start, you think. But then the second game, we played Middlesbrough, who just got promoted from the Championship. We beat them 9-1. Thales, who just recently sold, was in goal. He's doing us a favour. Dominic Solanke was awesome. Modric got a couple of goals. Milinkovic got a couple of goals. Leon Bailey's still here. He left actually on deadline day, so he's only recently just gone. And then we played Villa, where Leon Bailey scored again. I'm really going to miss him. And Neco Williams got a goal as well. Like I say, I'm really going to miss him. Leon Bailey was so good. We take a look at the league. We're in 7th place. It's not a bad start. We're on 6 points. Dominic Solanke's got 4 goals so far, so that's a good start for him. You see some of our players in here as well. Tavares and Dominic Solanke with some good average rating. So it's a good start from us. If we look at the tactic now, still the same. I'm still and on whether to drop that down 1 because, like I keep saying, this role here was for Ward-Prowse. But we started off okay, so I'm going to see how it goes. But I might drop that down a bit. This is the best 11 without restrictions. So there's no Gibbs White. It is Profunda in behind Dominic Solanke. Modric on the left. Stoll on the right. It's going to be interesting to see how we get on. They've got the new left back as well. Hopefully we can get closer to win the Premier League. I think this is a really strong team. We won the Carabao Cup last season. We can pick up another cup as well. That'd be excellent. Let's get on. Let's see how season 3 goes. Before we do get on though, before I forget, let's take a look at the Champions League phase as well. We've got Atletico Madrid. It's going to be tough. We've got some tough ones in here. Monaco, Arsenal, Bayern Munich, PSG. We've got some easier games as well. So hopefully we'll pick up some points there. It's going to be tough to get through this Champions League group phase, but we've done it last year. Can we do it this year? Yes, we can. We qualified through the Champions League phase again. Got some good wins here as well. Rangers beat 3-1, Monaco 1-0, Tel Aviv 4-1, 2-0. We even beat PSG 2-0. We got to the knockout rounds. We drew 0-0 away from home to Atletico Madrid, beat them at home 3-0. But then it's Inter in the round of 16. We drew 2 at home and lost 4-0 away from home. I think that's our best showing so far. And I also changed up the tactic for this season. I dropped the midfielder back, so we've got 2 defensive midfielders this time. And yet again, we've made ourselves to another Carabao Cup final, beating Crystal Palace on penalties in the semi-final. And in the final, it's none other than Liverpool, where Pafunda scored on the 23rd minute and Sol from the right-hand side scored on the 43rd minute, coming out on top, picking up the Carabao Cup. And in the FA Cup, we need to do better in this competition. We beat Bristol Rovers 6-2 in the 3rd round, Middlesbrough 4-1 in the 4th round, but we lost against Tottenham in the 5th round 3-0. And like I said, we really need to do better. But in the league, things just going great still. A 5th place finish. We're going to play in Europe next season again. Europa League, if we're playing in the Europa League next season, I think we've got a chance of winning that. Champions League at this moment in time is a little bit too tough. 65 points. Champions League final still has to be played with Barcelona and Real Madrid. That'll be a very good final. At Tottenham, we got knocked out. Big problem here, though. I think we're going to need a striker. Dominic Solanke, Wembley is just not doing it now. They're not cutting it. So I'm going to try and go for some pace up front. 14 goals in the Premier League for Dominic Solanke. It's not great. Considering he only cost us 8 million, though, it's not too bad. Goals-wise, if we have a look, it is Pafunda who's our top goal scorer, playing in the Gibbs White position as the attacking midfielder. He's doing fantastic. He's had a great season. Dominic Solanke's done all right, 18 goals, but it's from 56 games. It's just not good enough. Sol, 16 goals. Pedrolo, 14 goals. Modric, 9 goals. So they're all doing okay. The best performer, if we take a look at the average ratings, is Bonasosa, the left back, with a 7.25. Now it's reverse with a 7.09. So left and right back still doing well. Nico Williams doing well as well. Goalkeeper-wise, right. Transfers. But look at the transfers out. In January, I didn't see this one till the end of the season, but Bolka, our #1 keeper, the Polish keeper, we sold him because he had a minimum release clause of 33 million and West Ham met it. He was really good for us. I was really pleased with him. Conceded 30 from 22. That's okay. I mean, that's only not 6.74, but actually in the Premier League where we're at, I think that's pretty decent. Considering when you go to a goalkeeper that played in goal, if I can do it, positions, Cabril, he was only supposed to be backup. That was the whole reason I'm bringing him in, to be backup to Bolka. But he played half the season 16 times and conceded 28 goals. Yeah, I need a new goalkeeper. I need an out-and-out striker. I showed you the tactic. I brought it back. So we've got 2 defensive midfielders now. I feel like I still need to tweak this to get it being the best it can be. I still feel there's some improvements to be made. Finances-wise, and this is another bugbear with me, we've got 37 million to spend. I keep improving the revenue. I keep asking for more because I think it was 50% when I first started. It was 50% after season 2, but I've got up to 85%. I've been improving all the training facilities as well. I've tried to expand the stadium. I've got everything going on in the background. 37 million transfer budget. But the thing is, we got 33 million, 85% of that, say 28 million in January. If I would have spent that money, we would have got 37 million again. So I feel they've done me short here. I think we should have had more money. I think we should have had 60 million. Overall balance of the club, though, we're on 79 million. We're in a fantastic situation. We just need an out-and-out goal scorer now and a new #1 goalkeeper. And then we're beyond the up, he says. Let's get to season 4. And let's start with transfers and the players out. I feel sorry for Gibbs White, but Pafunda was so good. And I sold him. He's gone to Saudi Arabia. A good price as well, 35 million. He scored 1 goal. You can see here the stats for us. 2 goals last season, was mostly a sub. 5 goals the season before. I just don't think he was where we wanted to be. And like I said, we got Bafunda. He was just so much better. So 35 million. Considering I didn't have much to spend and I need a goalkeeper and a striker, I actually needed to sell him. And then I sold a Wemye for 20 million for Fenerbahce. And I feel sorry for him actually, because the first season for us, he was phenomenal. 20 goals. Dominic Solanke came in. I played around with him too much, I think, trying to play Dominic Solanke as well. And I think that ruined him a bit. And then he was just a bit part player. And 20 million is a good price. All so we can get a superstar hopefully in. And then this transfer is absolutely crazy because Brent Kessie's gone back to Saudi Arabia, Al Hilal. This is crazy. They came on offer, I rejected it, but then they offered me 72 million. It cost me free. 72 million of pure profit. Also out as a backup defender that's been out on loan for a little bit as Morello. He's gone to Brighton for 6.25 million. Like I said, he's been out on loan last season, so bring in more cash. We've got a lot to spend now. And another defender out for a lot of money is Morato. They offered me so much money for him. 62 million. He's gone to West Ham. He was good for us. He's a very, very good defender. Just 62 million is... And I think there's better players out there as well, which is, if he was like amazing, Scalvini sort of levels, I would keep him. But 62 million, West Ham come in. Yeah. And then next out was Bonasosa, who has been excellent for us. It's just a shame that Traverse has come in now and he's just taken a #1 spot. He's a really good player to have as a sub, but I think he's too good. I mean, the last 2 seasons have been excellent for us. He's not played enough games the last season because, like I said, Traverse has come in. But he's gone to Benfica for 6.75 million. We got our money back. Then when you look at the transfers out and you add up all the money, 201 million, and I'm getting 85% of that. And our first player in splashing the cash is Sammy Oberon. He cost me a lot of money, and hopefully he can score the goals for us. 27.5 million. I say a lot of money. I think that's cheap. And a new player in that's going to be the new #1 goalkeeper is Philip Jørgensen from Chelsea. He's good. I did really want Diego Costa, but he just didn't want to come. He cost me 23 million, which is not a bad price. But like I said, he wasn't my first choice. Then on the free market, I picked up Roger Mbanzi. He was over in Saudi Arabia. They let him go on a free transfer, which is great for me. I love it when this happens. He's quality as well, especially as Morata's left as well now. So a really good replacement. And then another player in that I really like, I've had him before, is Wilfred Zingo. He's so good. He's such a good right back. If you can get him in the game, just buy him because he is so good. He wasn't a bad price either. He cost me 13 million. He's played 4 times with 3 assists with a 7.12. So he's had a great start. And also in is another striker to fight it out of Omeron is Terem Moffi from Nice. He's got so much pace, so much acceleration. Even if he's a super sub, with that much pace and acceleration, he's going to scare the living daylights out of the defenders when they're so tired. In about the 70th, 80th minute, bring him on. Like I say, he's got so much pace. Come from Nice. Cost me a lot of money, 34 million. He hasn't scored yet, but like I said, he's been more of a sub player. Then after those transfers, I couldn't find anyone to improve this squad anymore. But I had so much money to spend. So what do you do with so much money to spend and you can't find anyone to improve the squad? You go out and buy some Wonderkids. Why not? Because what I don't want to happen is them to take the money from next year. I just don't want them to give them 60-odd million for nothing. So we've got Paolo Bonotto. He's Italian, come from Inter Milan. He was quite cheap as well. He's got a 5-star potential. I'm not too sure we'll see him in season 4 or 5, but if you're going to take this over, the save file will be at the end. You can maybe have some fun with him. And then the next Wonderkid in is Stemando Stemen. He's Belgium. He come from Brighton. I say the next Wonderkid. He was 5-star potential. He's dropped down to 4-star straight away. I like the look of him though. And he wasn't a bad price either. 9.25 million. If he can reach his potential, I think he's going to be very good. And the next Wonderkid, again, he's dropped down to 4-star. But he was a Wonderkid when I was looking at him. 5-star, they said he was. Yeah, just another player. He's quite cheap as well. He looks pretty good. He's 18 years of age. Like I said, I had money to burn, so 6.5 million. not a bad price. And the last player in, last Wonderkid in. Again, he's dropped down a little bit, a 4.5 star though. Craig Dove, good central defender, he's 6 foot tall, got some great acceleration. Pace is lacking a little bit, tackling's good, 11 heading, 6 foot tall, maybe he can grow a little bit. He's only 18 years of age. He did cost me a lot of money, 17.5 million, but I've loaned him back to Sunderland. So we might see him in season 5, but I doubt it. But like, if you take the save file on, you will have some fun with these players. And there you go. I spent a lot of money, 147 million, even though I brung 201 million in. I've still got money to spare, but just couldn't find any players, like I said, to improve the squad anymore. The tactics still looking like this. I still might tweak it as season 5 goes on or season 4 goes on. I've made a few little tweaks, but I feel I might need to make some more. This is the best 11 without restrictions. Obviously, Dominic Solanke, he's actually out on loan, so I'm going to put him in reserves, under 21s. You see, pick it again, see who they put up there. So it's going to be Omar up front. I might also lock in some players because I want Singo to play as right back. Danilo Prati in defensive midfield. I do really love Weston McKenna, so I might have to lock him in for one of these players. That, for me, is a really good squad. Is it better than last year's? And can we maybe break? I know we're getting top 4, but I would love the challenge for the Premier League and also get a little bit further in Europe as well. Especially if we're going to be in the Europa League next season. We could win that, and we need to do better in the FA Cup for sure. Right, let's get on with season 4 and hopefully we can improve. So let's start with the Carabao Cup, where sadly we've not won this, but not the 4th year. We lost against Burnley, even though we're 4-2 up from the home leg. We lost 4-1 away, but I'm going to blame Carboni getting sent off on the 43rd minute. But the FA Cup's different because we got all the way to the semi-final where we faced Man City and beat them 2-1. Chelsea beat Tottenham 2-0. So we faced Chelsea in the final, where we came out on top and beat them 3-1 in the final. Sammy Omeron is just so good. Abanzi on the score sheet as well. And Pafunda, I'm loving him, scored on the 92nd minute. Coming out on top, beating them 3-1. Picking up our first FA Cup. And in Europa League, well, I thought it was going to be the Europa League. It was the Champions League. League phase, we finished in 15th spot. We get to the knockout rounds. We won 3, some good wins here. 1-0 win against Porto. Juve 7-0, Monaco 4-0. 4 draws and only 1 loss in the league phase to Real Madrid 5-2, which is not too bad at all. In the knockout rounds, we played RB Leipzig. We knocked them out 5-2. Bayer Leverkusen in the round of 16. We knocked them out 4-0. And then it was Porto who we beat in the league phase. At home, we beat them 2-1, which is great. Comfortable. We're really on top here. Sammy Omeron, amazing. Pafunda, my 2 favourite players. But the away leg here, we lost 3-1. They scored in extra time to break our hearts. But this is the closest we've been to a Champions League final. And in the league, it's another 5th place finish. We're playing in Europe again next season. 2 4th place finishes, 2 5th place finishes. Hopefully, I really want the Europa League because I really think we could win that. But we might again be in the Champions League. Who knows? 67 points. We're still a bit away from Chelsea, who won the league this season with 92 points. We've got to get closer. I feel attacking-wise, we've got such a good attack. So defensively, maybe it might need changing up a little bit. Goals-wise, Sammy Omeron is our top goal scorer, 23 goals. He's phenomenal, but I still feel he can do better. He can score more goals. Sol on the right-hand side, got 20 goals. Modric, 17 goals. Pafunda, this guy here, if you can pick him up in your save, I didn't realise how good he is, but he is absolutely awesome. A very, very good player. Considering he cost me 15 million, I love him. I think he's much our best player. Him and Sol on the right hand side and Amaron as well. Them 3 just absolutely awesome. I don't like the fact that the partnership of Banzi and Milinkovic is not great. Jurgensen had his fair season for us, done okay. I locked in Singo down the right hand side. He had a good season. Danilo did play a bit part, but Weston McKennie, I did lock him in as well. Him and Singo, they're the 2 players I locked in, but not too sure. Might be time for him to go because I tried to play him. He had a fairly okay season, but not the greatest. A 6.92, 4 assists. I'm not too sure. So might have some changes there. Attacking wise though, this 4 I think is very, very good. It's just maybe defensively I need to tweak up a little bit. I did tweak the fullbacks positions, but maybe a little bit more I need to tweak out. So Going into season 5, the final season, we got 54 million to spend. We're just a little bit over, well, under the wage budget. So we got about 100,000 there. So 54 million to spend. You know I'm going to sell some players because we've got quite a few players here. So sell some players, bring some players in, and hopefully challenge for the Premier League title. So let's start season 5 with the players going out. Omar Richards I let go on a free, and now he's joined Stoke. Also sold Callum Hudson-Odoi to Leeds for a bargain price of a 10.25 million. I suppose Forest did double their money. Ola Aninia is also out. I did like him. He's got a lot of pace and acceleration, but that's about it. He went to Girona for 4.9 million. And another year's gone by where I've sold another keeper, our number 1 keeper. Jurgensen's gone out to Saudi Arabia yet again. They just love buying our players. There was a reason why I accepted this. We didn't have enough homegrown players, so I had to sell him on. And I had a goalkeeper in mind that is homegrown, 34.5 million. We made money on him as well, so it's not bad. I did like him. He had a good season last season, but like I said, it's all about homegrown. Finally got rid of Dominic Solanke. He was so hard to sell, but he finally went for 23.5 million to West Ham. Considering we paid 8 million for him, he was okay, but Sammy Oberon's better than okay. And then I made a lot of money by selling Nuno Tavares. I didn't want to sell him. Juve came in with an offer. I rejected it, but he put in a transfer request, and we agreed on the price. If they came back, they met it, we would sell him, and they did. It was 48 million, so he's gone. So all in all, that is 123 million out. Also, some players went out on loan just because of homegrown and they're in the squad. I had to move them on. Like Moffy went to Lyon for a loan fee. The backup keeper Cabril, he went to Sociedad on loan as well for a little bit of money. But like I said, it was all about homegrown this season. And the first player in is Lucas Paqueta. I thought he was a very good price. He's a very good player. He's a little bit older now, but this is the last season. Cost me 22 million. He's played 3 times so far with 1 goal. So it's not a bad start for him. And the next player in is a loan player that I needed. It's all about homegrown. He's homegrown. He's going to be the backup keeper. He's not going to be in the number 1 because he's not quite good enough. McKenna, he came from Bournemouth, and like I said, just a loan deal. Last season he was on loan in Championship. Now he's in the Premiership. Now this guy is going to be the number 1 keeper, and he's also homegrown. He was at Man United in the early days of his career, so he has got homegrown status. He cost me a lot of money. He's called Meciej Kovar. Hopefully that's how you say it. Apologies if not. He's Czech Republic. He came from Bayer Leverkusen. It cost me 19.75 million. He's the new number 1. There you can see here. He was at Man United in his early years. So that's how he's homegrown. And like I keep on saying, I need homegrown players. And then next in is a Wonderkid, a Turkish Wonderkid. Here is a media description Wonderkid. I'm not going to try and pronounce his name. Kamher. He's Turkish. He's 19 years of age. He's got 3 caps for Turkey already. He's got some great finishing, good agility, good acceleration, good pace, stamina, flair and determination. Composure's not bad at all with 13. He cost me 18 million from Galatasaray. And you know I love a good Wonderkid. And next in is another Wonderkid, Amaury. He's French. He's 19 years of age. I've loaned him to Lincoln City. So he's not going to be here this season. He's a good player. We've already got a load of defensive midfielders, but it's all about, if you want to continue to save on, you're going to have a lot of fun, because hopefully I'll bring some players so you can continue to save. 9.75 million. He's not a bad price either. And then next in is another Wonderkid, Alberto Guarini. He's Italian. He's 18 years of age. I've loaned him to Middlesbrough. He looks very good. He's got some good potential as well. He costs me 11.75 million from Juve. And like I said, if you're going to continue to save on, hopefully I've stocked this squad out. And it's all about homegrown later on, so hopefully they'll be good. And next in, I'm calling it again, another Wonderkid. This guy looks absolutely awesome. 5-star potential. Andreas de Philippis. I feel like I'm saying he's full of piss, but Andreas de Philippias? I don't know. He could be full of piss. 8.5 million, a bargain price as well. And joining him is another Wonderkid, Cesar Valios. He's Argentina. He's 19 years of age, 5-star potential. The play left back to be backup for left back, because there's someone in mind that I want to bring in if I can bring him in time. He looks good. Like I say, he's got 5-star potential. Cost me 13 million as well. He's played 1 game already. He looks very good. Like I said, you're going to have some fun. Then the next player I brung in was a bit of a panic buy because there's this left back that I wanted to come in. He finally did come in, but I didn't know if he was going to come in or not. So I accepted this one. Alex, I think it's pronounced Alex Bailly. Do apologize if that's incorrect. He's a left back. He's very good, but there was someone I had in mind that's better than him. But like I say, he was a bit of a panic buy. 19 million from Benfica. And now this is the left back that I really wanted and finally brung him in on deadline day. Max Fingraf, he's German, 24 years of age to play on the left back. So now I've got a lot of players that can play on the left hand side, but Tavares did leave, so I did need someone really good, and I think this guy is the guy. He cost me 20 million from Real Madrid. He was only there for a year, didn't play a single game, and now he's at our place for 20 million. Hopefully that was the right choice. Like I say, we've got 3 good players that can play left back now. And season 5 started with the Community Shield where we beat Chelsea 5-3. Sol on score sheet here, Amaron on score sheet as well. Done very well. Very entertaining Community Shield. We drew 3 with Man United. We beat Aston Villa 2-0. Sammy Omer on the score sheet there with a couple of goals. Beat Tottenham 3-1. Pafunda, love him. Couple of goals there for him. Everton beat 1-0. Paqueta on the score sheet. And Man United in the Carabao Cup, we knocked them out 3-0. We do love this competition. We are in the Champions League again. I wish it was the Europa League. This is our league phase. Some good teams to face. I mean, got Bayer Leverkusen, Prague, Rangers, Chelsea, Juve, Malmo, RB Leipzig, Paris Saint-Germain. Actually, for me, that seems pretty tough. That seems like a pretty tough group. In the league, we're in 4th place. Hopefully, we're 2 points away from Brentford. So it's going to be a very interesting season. Let's take a look at the tactic again. It's still going with season 4 plus on the tactic wise. Do worry about Abanzi not like playing with anyone. That's a bit of a shame. Then left backs in. Singo, I've locked in over here on the right hand side. Beans is a very good team. I mean, we're good going forward. Just defensively, we're a little bit weak. But let's see how we get on in season 5. Well, in season 5, we only went on to pick up the Carabao Cup yet again. Danilo, our Turkish wonder kid on the score sheet as well, and Sol. When you look at the stats, though, we were good for it against Arsenal. 19 shots to their 9. But sadly, in the FA Cup, we couldn't reclaim our title, losing the 4th round here to Man City. They scored on the 94th minute as well to win 3-2. And in the league, we had some really good wins, like a 2-1 win against Liverpool, who were all over. An entertaining 4-3 win against Man City, and a 5-1 thrashing of Man United, Sammy Omer, Modric, Prati and Sol on the score sheet. So that leaves us in the league 2nd place, so close for the league title. 81 points, Liverpool on 85 points, 4 points away from him. If we look at the games that we lost, we only lost 5 games all season. Chelsea, Liverpool, Everton, Leicester, Man City drew 9. Maybe too many draws. We nearly done it. This is the closest we've been. You can see here in the league as well. Sammy Omer on 2nd place in the score sheets there, just behind Haaland. Mafundo, fair place on the highest ever rating of 7.42. He had a fantastic season. We will look into that in a bit, but Champions League, we done something special. Because in the league phase, we finished in 2nd place, going straight through. We were phenomenal. Even though I thought it was tough, we won 7. Look how many clean sheets we got as well. 4-0 against RB Leipzig, clean sheet. Malmo, clean sheet. Chelsea, Rangers, Slava Prague, Bayer Leverkusen, 7-0, clean sheet. We did lose the 1 game to Juve, 1-0. Then we knocked out Bayern Munich in the round of 16, and we were all over them, beating them 5-4 in aggregate. Then in the quarter-final, it was Barcelona. In the second leg, we had a bit to do. We beat them 3-1. We took it to penalties where we beat them 6-5. And in the semi-final, we had Real Madrid, who beat 2-0 at home, but lost 3-2 away from home, going through 4-3 on aggregate to the final, where we faced Bayern Munich, and Harry Kane is still playing for them. Sammy Omer opened up the scoring after 9 minutes. Danilo scored on the 72nd minute. They scored in the 92nd minute. But that wasn't enough. We come out on top, winning the Champions League 2-1. And our final season is ended in a dream. 2nd place in the Premier League, so close. Champions League, though, taking them back to some glory days. Fallen giant, we've done it. Carabao Cup yet again. And the Community Shield, if we take a look at some squad stats and stuff. Goals-wise, Omer is absolutely amazing. 41 goals this season. I was hoping for more goals last season. This season, he's delivered 41 goals. Sol with 21. Fundo with 15. Great. Paqueta with 12 assists. You can see here Pafunda with 24, Modric with 14. Average rating wise, who's the best player for us? It is Pafunda with a 7.34, Oman with a 7.31. Just a really, really good season. I do really love this team. You want to continue on, the save file and the tactic files will be in the description below. Thank you so much for watching. What team do you want to see next from Fallen Giant? It doesn't have to be from the English league. It can be from anywhere. Please let me know with a comment below. Thanks so much for watching. And if you can do me a favor, it really does help if you can leave a like on this video. And if you haven't done already, subscribe to the channel. Thank you, and I will see you in the next one.